My mission is to create millions of conscious lives. I can be a angry father, or I can be an incredible father and unique role model.
And when I left the country, I was able to reinvent myself.
He's really on a journey to impact billions of people by shifting the mindset of neurodiverse. I have the ability to consciously create who I am.
Hello, funky people. I'm here in Slovakia, in Galanta, with Igor Furdik.
Furdik, yeah. You're getting better at it.
Yeah, got to get that right. It's important to get people's names right. So some more than others. So we met 4 months ago. No,
Yeah.
in February. We met at a men's circle, and I noticed very quickly, pretty much right as I came into the room, that you were a special person.
Thank you.
Yeah, you had a good aura about you, and you gave me a nice compliment, so that was maybe part of the reason why.
Come on, it's easy to give you a nice compliment.
Oh, thank you very
Your,
much.
your energy is also very powerful, and you have fucking body of a god, and, and that's what I want to create as well.
Okay,
I am
yeah.
creating. Thank you for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
catch.
Yeah, you will have that very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking well.
Well, I lost like 11 kilos
Yeah, well,
in since April.
okay, yeah, that's a lot.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You notice the difference. It's good. Yeah, look good, feel good.
Exactly.
So, the men's circle. I mean, a men's circle. That's not your first men's circle.
Men's circle per se, it was my first, not men's gathering. I have been part of Powerful Men's Immersion. That is done by Ankush Jain for 12 years now,
Okay.
and I have been faculty there for 4 years. Yeah, and it's what I found is we men, we are built for community. We're hunting mammoths for
Yeah.
thousands of years, and this is how we did it. You know, we go out into the wild, and there's just men, brothers, gathered around the fire. And now, yeah, it's business and everything, and men are not supposed to show emotions, and men are supposed to be tough or whatever. And basically, the safe space where actually men can share whatever who they are. There are not too many of them. Let me put it like that.
Yeah.
So, Powerful Men's Immersion was my foray into this. And last year, I did my first being immersion, basically a event for men where we go into who we are being as fathers, as entrepreneurs, as creators,
Yeah.
as builders,
Yeah.
and expanding on that. So I've been there, and when Matthias Hombauer, through which I've actually met Scotty, asked me or told me that he's doing a men's circle, and he asked me whether I want to support him. Of course. Well, my mission is to create millions of conscious lives,
Yeah.
and this is coming from a place that my mission is really to be part of a movement that is creating millions of conscious lives.
So what does that mean? What's a conscious life?
Well, look, when you go down the rabbit hole of unproductive behavior, it can be sadness, it can be anger, it can be feeling of betrayal, or whatever your particular flavor of suffering is. You're basically a victim of circumstance. World is happening to you.
Yeah.
The moment I believe that, that's how the world looks, and obviously I'm sad because my boss did this, or I'm angry because my colleague jumped over me in the promotion, whatever. What we innocently forget in these creations is that actually I have the ability to consciously create who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, and in any situation or in any person's life, there are moments when circumstances were shit,
Yeah.
and somehow they created miracles.
Yeah.
They were able to be there for their kids, or they were able to turn over the crucial negotiation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The point is to create who I'm being in the world.
Yeah.
Consciously. I can be a angry father,
Mm-hmm.
or depressed father, or father who is disrespected, or I can be an incredible father and unique role model,
Mm-hmm.
who loves and supports my kids.
Yeah.
And it sounds simple, I absolutely understand that. And it is, that's the trick. And when I'm telling about the creating conscious lives, it's basically, look, this is happening in the world anyhow. I'm just being part of whatever is happening in the world, and I have encountered a way to shift my being consciously 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
in November in 2022.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that this is the only way you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I have found for me and my clients, and my clients' clients, and my colleagues, that this is actually probably the simplest way. Well, we are creating your own conscious document,
Yeah.
so you have experience of. Maybe you can then talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, this is it, and the process is called creation of conscious document.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I noticed the effect basically from day one. Let me share let me share what I noticed straight away. So the first thing was you spoke in my language, which was very fascinating, and I thought you were just very observant and had noticed how I speak and were using my vocabulary. But so we began with catching caterpillars. So the idea of the caterpillars, they symbolize transformation. So you collect caterpillars, and the caterpillars can be your flaws, your issues, things that you're maybe not too happy with in your life. And I can remember you asking me to write them down when we were doing our session, and I wrote down 6 or 7, or I think it was 8 I wrote down, and like kind of like 2 of them I just made up. I was like, I only have 6 caterpillars, but I'll add 2 just to make it look good. Everything else in my life is perfect. And it wasn't until afterwards I started writing them down. It was like, oh, whoa. I was like, where are these coming from? So basically I went right deep down into my soul, it felt like, and I was writing all these things down. I don't know how many I wrote down, like 19 pages or something, of areas where there's room for improvement in my life. So from 6 statements it turned into something like 19 pages or something. But immediately there was a shift, and I noticed it in the outside world. And this is why I like laughed and smiled, because basically it was how, should I even say this? But I will say it. It's good to be honest. It was how women were reacting to me. So it was basically the first time I arrived in a hotel somewhere in Germany, and the receptionist, it was before that. It was actually renting a car. It was the woman who was renting the car. I'll give her the fault. We were being very, flirty. It was really nice. It was a lovely conversation.
Uh-huh.
And then I arrived in the hotel, and it was exactly the same. It was really fun, and it was really flirty, and it was cool. And then in the morning, I got the shuttle bus. It was an airport hotel, so I got in the shuttle bus, and it was a woman who was driving the bus. She was a very attractive woman as well, and it was an electric car. And I noticed her. She was staring at me. So I was like staring back at her, and then she caught herself and gave her head a shake because she was like embarrassed. And then I went to McDonald's to get a coffee, and the guy who gave me a coffee didn't just put the coffee down at the table. He like really looked into my eyes and gave me my coffee. And I was like, it's like these 19 pages that I'd written down full of caterpillars. It was like removing my mask, and by looking at myself properly and being open and honest with myself, it was like the other people could see me too. So it was just a deeper connection immediately, and that was just by writing the caterpillars down the first session without really getting into the deeper work. Yeah,
that was a brilliant thing. Basically, I'm gonna expand a bit on the metaphor of caterpillars because not everybody will probably resonate with that. The idea is that coming from love and compassion is that every one of us has I call it the document that we basically perceive the world through, and the document is basically a set of beliefs that I know to be true about myself. I'm not saying they are true. I believe they are true about myself. For instance, if I see myself as unattractive, I am unattractive, the natural consequence of that, I will probably not look into the people's eyes. I will, when person is looking at me, I will probably judge them for that they are judging me. Because I'm unattractive. Why they're looking at me? They're probably looking at my big nose or whatever, And it's innocent. The moment I'm not aware of these thoughts, of these unuseful thoughts, I call them caterpillars. They're running our lives.
Yeah.
Carl Jung has said beautiful quote, which I'm now quoting basically in every session. Until we make the unconscious conscious, it will run our life, and it will look like it is fate for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the point is basically just allow ourselves to admit that I thought that I'm unattractive, which is not your case. However, I did pick up on one thing that whatever. But the point is, the moment I allow myself exactly to accept myself, that okay, this is how I look, there is a pressure going down. And what is even more beautiful, the reason why I call them caterpillars, is because who would like to write things about myself that are not nice? Because it feels painful. No. If I don't see it like a picking up a dog poo from my garden of soul, and more, which is probably objectively unpleasant, and more like picking up caterpillars, the inherent in every caterpillar is a butterfly.
Yeah.
And behind every such a unuseful thought, there is actually deeper truth, which is what you call the deeper work.
Yeah.
So through this deeper work, what you can actually create is more true and more empowering story of yourself, which I would like to ask you to write, to read into into the video. Read your document into the video.
Read my document into video right now.
No. You
Wait,
have, you have,
no,
you
I don't have my
Yeah, no.
yeah.
During the editing, read it as a sort of whatever. It's powerful. It's a powerful way of creating myself. And so it's a medium that I found to be incredibly transformative. It's not a magic bullet in terms of now I have my document, now my life is like a breeze. It allows me more to see my life as a beautiful gym where I can grow my being.
Yeah.
I can grow being a better father. I can grow being a better lover. I can grow being a better son. And by this, basically creating a new reality for myself. And the funny thing is, when I say creating millions of conscious lives, it doesn't mean, in my mind, originally, when I got this download, oh my God, I will now have to run around and talk to a million people, at least, to help them transform. No, that's not the point. If I help you to find true Scotty, you impact immediately 3 beautiful souls in the form of your kids. Your ex, your father, your mother, your siblings. It's suddenly dozens upon dozens of lives. That's what I'm talking about. And it's like consciously creating more powerful, more beautiful being for ourselves, and through us inviting people to do the same. And please bear with me, I'm not standing on the pedestal and preaching to you. No, I'm doing the work as well. So this is my mission.
So let's give an example of a caterpillar to a butterfly without going deeply into the process, but just so that maybe...
Okay, good. This is a brilliant idea. I was talking about the virtual example of I'm unattractive, but for me, what was a genuine, unuseful thought that was running my life is, well, I'm a terrible, horrible father because I left my kids when they needed me the most. I was married, I got divorced, and now I'm remarried to my second and last wife and lover. Just so that it's absolutely clear. Or coming back to my kids. So my life was run by the fact that, oh, I'm a terrible father, so I have to make it up for them, or to them. So let me be like this fun father for the weekend, or let me find a new program or a new whatever, Was it the best way to motivate myself to do this? Probably not, but at least I did it. Even if I didn't feel like I want to go there, I was still able to force myself and actually do something for my kids. So I'm not saying that your default document or the caterpillar is wrong. It's the best way I have found for myself to motivate to do something that I know is right. That was a caterpillar. When I was looking for the deeper truth, what I found for myself is I'm an incredible father. Unbelievable. Which is true. And unique role model, which is also true. Regardless of what I do. Who loves and supports our admirable kids, Victor, Teresa and Igor, and I live for them and I die for them. Both of these statements are describing the reality. I'm a terrible father and I'm an incredible father and unique role model. When I saw this for myself for the first time, it created a freedom for me. Now I have choice which being I choose to come from. Is it the being of I'm a terrible father, or is it the being of being an incredible father and unique role model who's actually willing to live and die for my kids? And that's true. When I saw this, it made less and less sense to beat myself up about whatever transgression that I saw for myself. And funny thing, this is like, I don't know, 20, 15 years ago. And I actually, what I'm talking about, I also talked to my kids, and it was interesting to me that they did not see this terrible, horrible father that I was creating myself as.
Okay, that's good.
That's good, of course, but internally you have to understand that my experience was like that. Was it a nice place to go? No.
No.
And by the way, in every person's life, in his current document, meaning default document, there are always areas that are beautiful, and there are areas where they're not so beautiful, or they're slow, or whatever, hard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the default document is right, wrong, or that. I'm just saying that we don't have to go just by whatever was given to us by our teachers, by our fathers, by our mothers, by our friends. We can actually consciously create who we are. In this world.
That's, I think, one of the things for me. One of my life-changing moments was when I left Scotland when I was 21, because I left that role that the way that others perceived me, I was acting to that role. And when I left the country, I was able to reinvent myself, or be a more real version of myself. We've got another example of that. Like I spend a lot of time in Germany. I've got a great affinity to German people, German cars, German football team, Sebastian Vettel, basically all things German. But there's a reason for it, and I remember it clicked one day. I never played football. I was terrible at football when I was in school, when I was a kid. And I think the reason for this is because my father comes from, or he grew up, he's Scottish, but he grew up in Manchester.
Okay.
Now, Manchester, there are two versions of the city. There's the rugby version and there's the football version.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad was a rugby Mancunian. And football was very frowned upon by the rugby people, let's say. So I didn't want to disappoint my father and enjoy playing football. So anytime I did, I wasn't very good at it. But then, so I was labelled Scots rubbish. I was the last pick.
Okay.
And, the more people saw me as that, the more I acted into that role. But then I went to Germany with a school when I was 14, and we were playing football with the Germans. And back then, so this was a really, really, really long time ago when Germany was good at football. It was the football nation. I was the first pick.
Okay.
The Germans were picking me first. So I was that's
a wake-up call.
Yeah, it did. So then that was when I decided, I made a conscious decision to be German. No, I don't know, but then I left Scotland and ended up in a German-speaking country. I spend a lot of time in Germany now. And it was just it was a great example of stepping out of the role.
That's a beautiful way of putting it, yeah. We're playing a role, and we're not even aware of the fact that we're playing the role.
No.
And it feels like the script is burnt into us.
Yeah.
And eventually we all come to change, and every time we change there is a shift in the script. We can rewrite our character, and this is what I love about this process. It makes it way easier and more structured.
So did we just make this up as we go along? Did we just?
Yeah. Actually, when I create documents, new conscious documents with people, I always find the best metaphor to connect what the conscious creation is using their language. So there are multiple metaphors. Yeah, and the actor and director and producer of a movie was one of the metaphors that I used in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I haven't used it for a year and a half or so. But yeah.
But when I'm writing my document, it doesn't feel made up. It feels
That's the point.
like I'm telling the truth.
That's the point. Yeah, one thing that people hear, or they mistakenly believe, oh, so this is like a affirmation. I always tell them no. There is a process that is incredibly self-correcting. Basically, you cannot do it wrong. It takes time.
Mhm.
However, you cannot do it wrong. And in case you have the proper guide, it's like PT in a gym. You can do it probably on yourself, on
It's
your
like
own.
what, sorry?
Like PT, personal trainer in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
gym.
Mm-hmm.
You could do it probably in the gym as well. However, in case you do have somebody more experienced who is guiding you through that, who has walked the walk, it can help you. But coming back, oh, so this is exactly like the affirmations. I said no, because usually when people hear about this, or probably people heard about the affirmations, oh, I'm poor, so let me pick the affirmation. Well, I'm a millionaire, or I have like millions and millions of dollars coming to me. When I pick an affirmation that deeply within myself I know is not true, every time I speak it, every time I think it, it feels like just a painful reminder of I'm not that.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I was describing,
Yeah.
the father metaphor.
Yeah.
It's not me
Yeah.
bullshitting myself that I'm a beautiful father, or I'm the best father in the world. It's seeing what is more true for myself. And what was more true for myself is, yes, I was setting a example to my kids by whoever I was being,
Mm-hmm.
and I was willing to live and die for them.
Yeah.
And that's not bullshit, that's true. It's not a coincidence that when you read your document, you probably heard it already, it feels true.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know it's true.
Yeah.
And when you know it's true and you declare it, it's something that it shifts the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's a very useful tool. It's not, I mean, personality, but it's also, I've noticed already, so I'm just in a draft phase of my document. It's not finished yet, but I've noticed a few times when I'm in a moment where I could make a decision that's, yeah, either good or bad, perhaps, that I can reference a line from the document, and that influences my decision in a clever manner, let's say. Yeah.
It's more pulling than pushing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, oh, for fuck's sake, you should do this. No, this is who I am.
Yeah. 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 Like yesterday, one for me was I was considering something and said, I am the best example for my children. That's in my document. I'm their best example. And I was like, okay, then let's not do that right now. Yeah.
And it felt natural, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not-
Yeah, exactly. We made the decision very easy.
And there are layers. You are a master of this, Scott. The ability with which you create in this world is fascinating for me.
Really?
Really.
What's fascinating?
Just watch a couple of episodes of what Scott is creating, and on top of that, in his professional life, if he wants to share, he will share. However, he is able to take insane amount of data and create order out of chaos.
Mm.
An order out of chaos that shifts like hundreds, if not thousands, of people's lives. The way he created the ADHD Positive for me, the podcast. This is actually how we started talking to each other. Was insanely powerful. He's really on a journey to impact billion of people by shifting the mindset of neurodiverse. The way you created the ADHD. Do you know what ADHD means? No, you don't. What Scott shared with me was it's always driven, always dreaming, highly driven. ADHD. He was able to create for himself and for all of us a new frame for this. And that's incredibly powerful. Language creates.
Yeah, and everybody, abracadabra, back to the abracadabra.
Yeah, actually, yeah, the episode with Lika.
Yeah, abracadabra. As we speak, we create, and it's often. And this is one of those external programs that people give us. ADHD. See, I struggle to even remember what the clinical meaning of that phrase is now. It's like it's almost been deleted out of my head. But what is it?
Attention
Deficit
hyperactivity
hyperactivity disorder.
No. And the thing is, just take this ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and always dreaming, highly driven. I do have traits of the ADHD, and both are equally true.
Yeah.
And if I choose to come from the deficit and disorder, guess what? I'm broken man. If I choose to come from always dreaming, highly driven, which is also true. When there is a project for me, I dream it big. And I'm driven. Nobody has to tell me do this, do that. It's like this. This is like superpower.
Yeah.
Suddenly, broken man became a superman. How? Just by looking slightly differently at the world. Language creates. Abracadabra.
Yeah, and this is a great thing as well. Like that was my reframe, but everybody can reframe it.
You created the possibility of reframing this for millions of people as well. Speak it.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab my document. You hold that a second.
Yeah.
We'll end the podcast later with my one because I finally actually have my book with me. Normally I can't find it and end up reading a photo, but today I actually have it, and it's kind of like turning into a tradition that I end this podcast with my words. So
this is your beautiful podcast. I'm so grateful to be part of it.
how about your document? Would you like to share your one?
I would love to.
Would you like to keep walking or stand still?
I am a dragon. What story do I live? When everything means nothing, I am free. When something means anything, I can create. I am the universe, and this is the best and most beautiful day of my life. I am that I serve people, and especially my gorgeous, healthy, fit and active wife Clara, whom I love infinitely, and with love, gratitude and acknowledgement. I am transforming the world, and before all, myself, with love, kindness and ease. I am an exceptional entrepreneur who creates wealth with every breath, provides incredible value, always planting the seeds of the service, thus growing the fields of impact, and gratefully accepting money that people pay me for that. I am immediate action and eternal abundance in every moment. I am a river that always flows forward, nourishing entire continents. I am a sun that lovingly observes and warms up the land and the seas. I am all-encompassing space that invites and allows creation to happen. I am a faithful and dedicated husband to my beloved, amazing, beautiful, energetic, sexy goddess and wife Clara, whom I love infinitely and pepper her with endless love, attention, and brightening our lives every day. I am a faithful son who loves my parents and supports them with anything they need. I am an incredible father and unique role model who loves and supports our admirable kids, Victor, Teresa, and Igor, and I live for them and I die for them. I am that I have infinite wisdom of the universe at hand, and I access it freely. I am intuition that guides me and helps me to take immediate action. I am love that finishes anything I choose to. I am love that accepts the infinite kind support of the universe. I am creator of the universe, through hearing it, and through speaking and being my words and my story. I am that I create systems, structures, and psychology where they are most needed. I am that I send waves of positive energy through my actions and creation throughout the universe. I am that I create deep positive impacts every day. I am a force of nature that provides incredible value to the universe every day. I am the eternal child that joyfully interacts with the universe and incessantly learns new things every moment. I am a vortex of life. I'm a circulation of abundance, gratitude, and generosity. I am that I achieved anything I set my mind to, including a body of a god that carries me in health and strength to a health span of well over 100 years young, so that I can love and enjoy my amazing wife Clara, our incredibly admirable kids Victor, Teresa, and Igor, and their beautifully wonderful descendants. I am a beacon of light. I am transformation personified. This is who I am, and this is who I consciously create myself to be, and my Otso and my Mama named me Igor. Thank you so much for creating this space.
Thank you very much for sharing. It's very powerful, very beautiful words.
Thank you.
Very uplifting.
Every document that you listen to is actually also about you. And,
Yeah.
and I really mean you and you
Yeah.
and me. It's a possibility that we have to create ourselves.
Yeah, it really is. Those words, they come from deep, and they go deep.
Yeah.
Those really are words that aren't just there to hear, but words to feel. Beautiful, thank you.
You're most welcome.
How long did the process take you to write your document?
My document was essentially I finished it in a day,
Okay, wow.
and then I worked on it for half a year.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
This is the longest story, and I don't want to go too much into detail.
Come
But
on, we want to
basically,
hear it. Yeah.
Basically, Ankush Jain, my coach, friend, and brother, has created his document with Hardison in 2022. And because I was part of the Powerful Men's immersion, Ankush offered to create to the 12 men who are part of his immersion their conscious documents. And because we went deep, this was like 4th or 5th day of the immersion, we went deep, really grounded. We were able to finish the process more or less in one day. Mm-hmm. And I did not go deep enough, let me put it like that. Mm-hmm. I did not go deep enough on some of the things. For instance, creation of my wife, creation of the abundance, and acknowledging my power. Because, for instance, I'm an exceptional entrepreneur who creates wealth with every breath. It's so true.
Yeah.
Just by speaking, I help people to create wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And wealth for me as well. But it was not in my document before.
Yeah.
I had to see it on deeper level. So yeah, it took me half a year then to go through. Having said that, now, because I have gone through all the twists and turns of the document creation, I know them very very intimately. So when I create documents with people, it's usually between 6 to 8, 9 sessions, which amounts to 2 to 3 months.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a deep and funny, interesting process.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm certainly enjoying the process. There's a lot happening during the process. A lot of synchronicities, elsewhere in life. There always are, but there are even more than usual right now. And yeah, The Little Prince. Wow, The Little Prince is my favourite book. People who listen to this podcast, watch this podcast, they might know that. Because the idea, this is the Little Prince in podcast format. That's what I'm striving to achieve here with this podcast. Conversations you feel, not conversations you hear. Conversations you feel. And yeah, I have this beautiful moleskin, Alice in Wonderland, with a heart on it. Yeah. And my documents landed in here, the first version of my document. And it's the same. I wrote it, I didn't sit down to write it. I was in the plane. I opened this up and what better to write than the document, perhaps. And I just started writing and it's flowed. I was like, oh, I'm writing my document. And I really didn't have any intention, any control over it. I didn't have my notes that I'd typed into the computer. And afterwards I checked it, and yeah, everything on the butterflies that I had saved on the computer, they landed in here. So it was really kind of the proof that this was coming from deep within and not just words that had been typed on a computer or made up or thought out sometime. But a day or two later, I noticed in the book has a nice question. You can't really see it, but it's a I have a moleskin with a caterpillar smoking a shisha, and on the front it says, "Who am I?" And then I've got this one here, and there's a mirror, and you have to close the mirror to see it. I wonder if you can see it. See the mirror. Anyway, it doesn't just ask who am I, it says who in the world am I? So I went about writing the answer to that question, and it was basically also again my document, but a second version of the document. But I haven't really given that much attention. I've really been focusing on this first version because it really, it resonates and it feels real and it feels true and it feels good. And I've been reading it a lot and practicing it a lot and really using it in different states. It's a little bit of an emotional time just now, so I've been going through this in various emotional states and seeing where it lands and seeing where it helps. And yeah, it's good. It's good how I can pick lines and it's like that's it. So I can. It's one of my catchphrases is rewrite the world. The world according to Scott. And with this document, that's exactly what I'm doing. Normally I'm doing big things, trying to rewrite the actual real world. But yeah, right now I'm doing it inside, in me.
You're writing yourself. That's a beautiful way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
So shall you read it?
Yeah, no, maybe a good time. So this is a draft. It's not a finished document yet, but it's worth sharing. And these are it's all true. So I started writing in this book on the 1st of July and it's quite full already. Okay. I am Scott Crawford Mascom MacDonald of Clanranald. I am a lion. I am the very definition of grace. I walk through this world with my head held high. I pave my path. I lead the way. I do not follow. I am proud of my genius. I offer it generously. I make everyone bigger. Their smiles are my reward. I am bulletproof. I have the hugest of hearts. My dreams are big. My actions, they are bigger. I am energy in motion. I rewrite the world. I decide. I am a dedicated father. I am there for my children. I am their best example. I live on the edge. My edge is my advantage. My standards are high. My standards are me. I am the all-seeing eye. I cannot hide. I always know. I face my fears. I am brave. I am bold. I am strong. I am a fighter. I am the world's greatest lover. My life is a river. My life flows downstream. No obstacle can stop me. I need use no force. I trust the flow. I go with the flow. I love the journey. I am full of joy. I am Lebensfreude pur. I have a warm heart. I wear it on my sleeve. It is, though, a lion heart. And oh, I can roar! I am stardust. I am divine. I am nature. I am God. I am Scott Crawford Mascom MacDonald of Clanranald. I am the father of 3. I am grace. I am enough. My time is now.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for listening to that. So with that, I think all that's left to say for now, stay funky.
Stay funky. Bye bye.